Can I start? Can I do the timestamp?
Dude, do it. You need the time?
Nope. Howdy doody. We got Friday, January 26th, 7:24 p.m. I'm Brett.
And I'm Drew.
Welcome to the Bad Podcast.
Episode 13.
Episode 13. Unlucky
Wow.
number 13.
And an unlucky guest.
Oh, shit.
What's up, brother, man?
How's it going, guys?
Welcome. This is Nate. Nate, what
Good
is
to
your
be
last
here.
name again?
Rocco.
Nate Rocco's Modern Life.
ROCCO. Yeah. Formerly known as, what was he? Was he a dog? Rocco from that show?
Kangaroo?
No. I have no idea.
Some weird creature.
He had like big, giant, like
He had big
pads for
ears.
feet.
Big nose.
I don't think I ever watched it.
Really?
It was on when we were in, like, what, 6th grade? Something
Yeah, late 90s.
way back in the day. Late 90s?
Late
No way.
90s? Early 2000s?
Early 2000s.
Ah. It was in that golden era of cartoons.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I still remember when SpongeBob came out. I was living in Pennsylvania at the time. I was probably like, I moved to New Hampshire when I was 4, so I was probably around that age. And I remember it coming out and like, all right, there's this new show coming on called SpongeBob, and his best friend's name is Patrick, and I have a cousin named Patrick, so we gotta watch it. Like, that was my only
Kid
connection.
logic.
Yeah, right.
Oh my god.
Dude, SpongeBob gloried. Like, its heyday was season 1 to 3.
You think 1 to 3?
Oh, they lost it after that, dude.
I
They
wouldn't
were
say lost
they
it,
didn't lose it. There was
but-
some good
Well,
episodes.
the main
those
guy,
are
the guy who
chance.
made it left.
Did he?
Yeah. Because, like, it wasn't in line with his vision or something like that.
I'm pretty sure the dude that played Plankton, or like voiced Plankton, took over.
Did he? I don't know.
So no wonder it went to shit.
Jump wicket.
That's such a like metaphor for the actual cartoon, like the villain takes
Yeah,
over.
right.
True.
It's interesting.
Dude, that's insane that you've moved around so much. Like, I've lived in one house my whole life.
I mean, it's basically been my whole life because that's all I've ever known. Like, I really don't remember much of being in Pennsylvania. I moved moved there when I was 4, and I mean, Massachusetts now has become like kind of my second home because I don't go home much other than for breaks and random weekends. So, getting used to Massachusetts.
Do you like it? Would you live around here?
I'd live in Boston. I'd definitely check out the Boston area.
The city?
Yeah.
City
Ooh,
slicker.
dude, city and rural is like such a hot debate for me.
It's weird because growing up, I was definitely like, I could never live in a city. It's way too crowded. Like, I remember going to New York City and seeing like Times Square when I was probably like 12, 13. And I was like, no way. Like, there's way too many people. This is way too hectic. But now in the industry that I am and the connections that can be made in cities, like, you can't just be living in the woods. Like, I live in such a backwoods town in New Hampshire, southern New Hampshire. Like, it was a big deal when we got a Dunkin' Donuts. This is probably like 3 stoplights.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's sick, though.
Yeah, but now I see myself like definitely needing to be in a city or near a city just because you need that access.
So do you feel more comfortable alone? If you were going to be like walking somewhere alone at night, would you rather be in the woods or in the city? In a bad part of the city?
What do you mean in
Or
the
in bear
woods?
country?
Like, am
All right, in bear country
I just
or in a
dropped
bad...
into this situation? Like,
You have a knife and a container to hold water.
does it have water or no?
No.
There's no water in
All
it?
right, it's got purification tablets for later.
I mean, naturally I'd say be in the city because like there's people most likely.
Help.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
Please help me. I don't have water. And all I have is this knife.
where if you were in the woods, I feel like it would be much harder to instantly get help. Not that I feel like
Depends on if your goal is to get help or settle down and start
start a life in the woods.
Find a female all day.
cave woman.
It doesn't have to be human.
Do you guys think Bigfoot's a social animal, or do you think it's like a male Bigfoot just sees a female Bigfoot and it's like, oh shit, and then he just like chases her for miles?
The idea of Bigfoot, I would say, is probably not a social creature, but
He seems like an introverted creature.
But as a primate, he's got to be. He's got to be somewhat social.
Only when he needs to be.
True. There's not all primates. That's such a dumb generalization.
Dude, we should capture a Bigfoot, man. We don't even know if Bigfoot is a primate.
Do you think Bigfoot is realer than God?
Absolutely. 100% yes.
He's realer than Santa.
Without a doubt.
whoa. Don't knock Santa. We still got a Christmas tree up here.
True. Merry Christmas again, or Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate.
Happy holidays.
I'm sure whatever you celebrate, you're not celebrating it anymore. But
They
we still
can't
are.
see that.
Oh well. We'll add it in later.
Check the description.
Dun,
Check the description for the picture of the Christmas tree.
Man, dude, it's it's the 26th. I thought it was the 24th. I was gonna say it's like 1 month
Christmas
after
Eve.
Christmas Eve. It's like January Christmas Eve.
I think at this point we're just holding on to it for next Christmas.
A month ago today is like the worst day of the year. The day after Christmas.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it's not the worst day of the year because then you have all your stuff.
You got all the toys.
You got all
dude.
your toys to play with.
And
It is
no
a pretty
school.
prime day.
Yeah.
The day after
You're
the
still-
day after is when you're bored of all the toys, and then you just like
Yeah,
fuck
like,
I
this.
feel like it's
Stupid
once you fall
fire
into
truck.
like the toys you like. Like you initially play with the toys with like the bang, and then it's like you fall into the real. Like at least because for me, Christmas is like video games.
Oh, for sure.
And so I'd play like the solo campaigns on Christmas Day because no one was on, and then the day after Christmas,
No,
it's
that's
like,
no. You
time
can't
to
play the
go.
campaigns on Christmas. You got to play the multiplayer on Christmas. Well, if you get it on Christmas, that's a different story. But like the way I always did it, I was a huge Call of Duty kid back in the day in middle school. Like get home from school, everybody, all my friends would be on them. I'm sure you did a lot of the
Yep.
same stuff. But Christmas was like the heyday of Call of Duty because all the Christmas noobs, you'd get
very
on.
true.
All the kids who couldn't buy it themselves, so they had to get their parents to buy it for them. They'd log on Christmas, and then you just go to work on those kids.
Damn.
That was the move.
Did you ever go to any premieres, midnight premieres?
Once, the midnight release of, I want to say, what was it? It was like one of the last ones I really played. Maybe Modern Warfare 3, I want to say, which I straight like no lifed for a while. Like I remember I went before the days of getting 30 racks in college. I got a 30 rack of Mountain Dew and hid it in my closet
Nice.
from my mom. I threw that thing in the closet because that was back in the day when there was like double XP on like Doritos and Mountain
Oh
Dew.
yeah, dude.
So I grabbed those and I must have downed like upwards of 7 Mountain Dews in the first like hour and a half of playing. And I'm playing like having the time of my life.
Wired.
But I realized, wired. I realized that my hands are shaking. Like my controller is like
shit.
shaking in my hands. I was like, whoa, I gotta slow down. There's like all
Damn.
these cans lined up next to me.
Damn.
Double XP is always such a
was-
such
it
a
was huge
treat,
time.
dude.
There's nothing like leveling up though. I miss those days. Like I don't have time to play video games.
I don't
Like I
either,
really
man.
wish I did. I've just gone onto this new game Fortnite that everybody's obsessing over. But I don't have enough time.
Dude, that is taking over. It's becoming like a cultural
It's
like
huge.
icon, dude. Yeah, it's a meme.
It's
Fortnite's
becoming a
cool.
meme, absolutely.
It's pretty funny though. Like, actually, have you seen some of the videos of like compilations of people like rage quitting on Fortnite?
No.
Oh my god, yes, on Instagram.
It's so
People are freaking
fucking
out.
funny.
It's
so
aggravating me. You put so much time into this one life. You're collecting all this stuff. You get like a purple scar, and you're like 2 seconds off of like winning, and then some guy just pops you out of nowhere.
Like headshot.
Mm-hmm.
It'll never be as rage inducing as League, dude.
I've
League.
never got into like the real PC games like that, but I've had buddies that play League. Did you play a lot of League back in the day?
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
League was my main video game. Like I played Call of Duty early, but once I got into League was when my gaming days really started.
Did you watch streamers back in the day? I used to
Oh,
be
yeah.
a big
I
big
love
streamer
streamers,
fan.
dude. A lot of
Twitch
people.
TV.
That's such a big like
Huge market.
subgroup.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's
People
taking
getting
over.
money.
That's kind of the future of media is live, like live things, live streams, live video games. Like they're getting more viewers than like news stations. Like local news stations are
Easily.
being like toppled by kids just playing video games in their room.
Dude, like Holbrook News barely gets any sort of like publicity.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Dude, I heard it's like a gray area because they're like profiting off of the game.
Yeah, there was a big thing with that for a
Yeah.
while.
And like the companies that make the games don't like it because you're basically like watching a walkthrough of their game without buying it.
Yeah, dude.
So it's like,
Fair use?
yeah,
Question
I
mark?
mean, it's still a gray area. So like, as long as you can make money off
It's
of it,
free
I don't-
advertising for them at the same time though, so why wouldn't you want
True.
that?
Yeah, and to me, you bought it. Like you paid for it. It's yours. So like you can do
whatever
the fuck
you want with
And
it.
you're also seriously changing at least as long as you're not just streaming the video, if you're like over it talking, like giving your story to it, you are changing the storyline.
Yeah,
You're
dude,
adding something to it.
new Tomb Raider came out. I know you guys aren't big into Tomb Raider, but
I
that was
played the
my video
last
game.
Never
Tomb
played
Raider.
it.
Wait, you did?
Actually, I did. Yeah, it was the one like what is it? Is it RPG role playing? That's not the same thing,
no,
right?
it was
It's not. That's more of like a World of Warcraft, right? That's
yeah,
what
Tomb
RPGs
Raider
are.
was like Lara Croft, like
yeah.
the lady,
The lady.
In the
The
first Tomb
lady.
Raider, like the graphics were so shitty, her tits were like triangles. Like it was just like so poorly rendered. But now, like the graphics are so nice, and they completely rebooted the series. So like they started the story over in a way, so you don't have to have played all the old ones and like have moved up to the new one because they just completely rebooted it.
What was the last one called? Because I'm pretty sure I played it. It was like all in the snow, and like I was like pickaxing up like an ice mountain half the time, and then some bearded man was following me the whole time.
I got it for Bobby for like Christmas 2 years ago, and he like powered through it in
Bobby
like a month.
Games, dude.
Bobby Games.
I go up there and he'll be like playing with one of his friends, like, "Oh, hey, what's up, man? I've been up here for like 4 hours, just grinding on something."
Want to hear something insane, dude?
Of course.
You know how Call of Duty you can see how much you've played?
Oh yeah.
On League you can't. And you
Think
have
they
to
do
use
that on
some-
purpose?
Yeah. You have You have to use some third-party app. And when I went into it, I did it one day like so long after I started playing. I hate even saying this. I looked and it was 72 days.
Wow.
I was like, oh my. I realized at that moment, I was like, I have to quit this game. Like, I don't
Take a
want
step
to, but I
back at
have
least.
no choice.
It's worse than drugs.
It's way
It
worse
has
than
robbed
drugs.
Video
you of
games
your
are
time.
drugs.
Dude, I sat down for 2 months, more than 2 months, and didn't move. That's only, when you think about it too, that's only time in game.
In game.
In that very chair.
In this very chair.
A lot of history in that chair.
You better believe this is my
God.
gaming chair for years.
Chris and I looked at the Fortnite stats, and we'd played for like, I mean, it was collective because him and I and like a couple other people had all played on his account, but we had logged like, I don't know, like between 50 and 70 hours since
Wow.
it came out. And that's 50 and 70 hours of staying put right in front of the TV, just playing. It's good that you can see how long you've been on it, so you can look at yourself and be like, what the fuck am I doing with my life?
It seems like Fortnite goes like 30 minutes. Dude, League can go like,
Hours.
it's generally, not hours, but generally like an hour and 20 minutes would be a pretty long game. But very, very, it's super achievable.
I feel like once you hit a month on a specific game, like a multiplayer game, it's just like, oh wow.
Like,
Yeah,
can't
I spent
believe
some
I'm doing
time
this.
on
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. Right now, are you trying to like distance yourself from video games?
Yeah.
Or do you see it like continually recurring in your life? Like, do you see yourself always kind of
Dude, I
popping in and
love
playing
them.
some games? Or
I
are you
love
just
them
gonna,
so much.
Are you just gonna be like cold turkey? Like, I can't do this.
That's where I'm at right now. Like, everyone like tries to get me back. I come over here and play a little Fortnite, and it's fun, but I just can't. I can't sustain it with all the, like the different things I want to push. I actually can't hold myself back from just playing video games all day.
Yeah.
So I don't do it.
Yeah.
I get frustrated with video games because I want to be like really good at them, and I always used to be really good at them because I played them all the time to the point where I was like dominant, and that's how I like to play video
Yeah,
games.
dude.
So I get on a Fortnite now, and I'm like, I'm very average at this. There are people like kicking my ass regularly, and it's frustrating, and it
Yeah.
makes me not want to play it. But it also makes me want to just grind on it and not
Yeah.
stop.
You're like, I could do that.
Yeah,
I
like
could be
I
that
could
guy."
be that good, but
But, like,
I'm
do
also
you
busy.
want to? Like a lot of times when I get beat by someone who I like watch their playthrough after, and they're so fucking nasty. They're good at building. They can just like put up this huge structure.
That's
they,
the
like,
impressive part.
They have all the strategies, and I'm like, they have in a way wasted their life. Like, yes, they're better than me, but like IRL, I don't think I
Put
wanna
that
be
on a
that.
resume.
You know, like-
Yeah, it's really not a real world skill.
yeah, I have my dad to thank for that because like a while back when PlayStation 3 first came out, I had a PS2 and I was like, oh, I'm going to buy it. And I saved up all my money from working my first job. And I was like shopping around, and my dad like came in my room and he was like, what are you looking at? And I was just like, oh, looking at used PlayStations. And he was like, Drew, don't get a PlayStation. Like, it's going to be the biggest waste of money that you've ever, like, you could buy anything you want with that money. And it could make your life so much better in so many other ways. But like, video games are just going to set you back over time. And like at the time, I looked at it, I'm like, yeah, this fucking old guy. Like, he doesn't know what he's talking about. But like looking back at it now, like in a way, he saved me because I was like, all right, yeah, I won't.
It was a PS2.
PS3.
I was gonna
Oh,
say, I was like, how
PS3.
much is a PS2 going for? Like, when they first came out, we were like originally like a full PlayStation family. We got the 1 and the 2, and then all my friends got Xboxes, and I was like, Mom, I need an Xbox. I'll never forget that Christmas either. But I don't see video games as something that like wasted my time or like took something from my like experience. I think it was a good thing in the end because it turned me onto YouTube and just
True.
like streaming in general, and it gave me the perspective of like media and how like powerful that is, and all I used to do throughout high school, and even now, I still watch a ton of YouTube. That's like where I get most of my content from is YouTube. Like I don't watch TV.
That's a really good
exactly.
point, man. You're like an insider. Even if you're not contributing to it now, you're still an insider on that subgroup of people.
And I watched it grow. I watched like gaming teams who now are like, these were kids. They're like making videos in their room of them playing video games, and now they're out on the West Coast in LA living in $1 million house, like as media influencers, and they have companies contacting them to sponsor them to play video games and just be an influencer online. That's like, I felt like I was like kind of like a part of that, and I've watched that grow.
Plus, dude, I guarantee you have so many memories, amazing memories, just laughing like till your stomach hurts with your friends on there. Like, how can we just disregard that?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Literally
All
one of the funniest moments of my life I'll always remember is me and my friend Shay back home. Shout out to Shay Farrell. Him and I were on the zombie map 5 on Black Ops 1, and I laughed like the hardest I've ever laughed because it was like, it's always like some dumb thing, but a zombie got like his hand or leg or something stuck in an elevator when we went up, and it was like going up as we were going up, and we both lost it. Like we were crying, laughing, and it's like we weren't even together, but like this video game like brought us together for literally. I'll never forget that. It was so funny.
Dude, that's a big thing with Twitch is it brings a lot of like lonely people. It gives them like a little bit of community.
Very true. Very true, man.
YouTubers too. I feel like the way YouTubers talk to their audience, it's like as if they were friends. They're like, "Oh, what's up, guys? Like, haven't talked to you in a while." And it's so weird because it's just someone talking in their room to a camera, but that like helps a lot of people. I know that, like people who are like introverts and they're not really leaving their room too much, and if they're going to school, they're not like talking to anybody. But when they get home, they have this personality that they feel like they know on the internet, and they can like not be friends with them, but I don't know. I definitely think that helps people, and that's why I think the trend of media is going towards personality-based stuff instead of like other content.
I think so, dude. I see that being a big part of the future, especially with like online chat rooms. Like, what is it, VR chat?
Yeah.
That I feel like that's gonna be huge.
What's
Not
that?
necessarily VR chat itself, but just like now that virtual reality is coming, like it's at its precipice right now. I feel where it's about to be huge, and dude, people can just go online and create this whole new identity in a way they never have before. Because before you could be in like a chat room and like a keyboard warrior, I guess, and like kind of just be behind the screen. But now you're like tricking your consciousness into being in this place with someone else. You know?
That's wild.
Like you're gonna be creating a new reality and a new persona.
We're already creating a new reality in the sense that who you portray yourself online is like kind of who you are.
Absolutely.
I forget who I was listening to, but it may have been Joe Rogan or Gary Vee, if you guys know him. He was saying that like social media isn't like connecting us. Oh, it is connecting us more, but it's more exposing people for like who they really are, because what you post, like whether you know it or not, is explaining exactly who you are. And if you can read through that, like it shows you who people are based on their social media posts, because what they post is what they want you to see of them.
Logan Paul.
Yeah, right? Did you see his new video?
I was gonna bring us there.
You see his brand new video?
Oh, his new one about like him coming back.
Well, yeah, he made a whole like suicide awareness video.
No.
It was funny, dude. And
It was well done, of course.
Philly D was saying that like, here's my, like he made a prediction. He was like, here's what I guess. Like he's gonna come back. There's gonna be some sad piano music in the background of the video, and he's gonna pledge to some like charity. And literally like everything Philly D said was verbatim what Logan Paul did. And it was absolutely hilarious.
And everyone just like licks it up, dude. Eats it up.
They're like, oh, he's so like, he's so
learned.
Like, I don't
really
know.
learned.
I hate shitting on him because if I had gained that fame or attention when I was so young, like he's like our age, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like.
But he's been famous since
He hasn't been real famous. Like Vine fame is different, but
yeah,
they're both like. I don't like Jake Paul. I think he's an asshole and he's ignorant and doesn't use his platform like for good for the most part. I think he's just a douche and he's just trying to capitalize off like, oh, merchant bio. Like,
let his dad
Logan's
kiss
different.
girls.
he did
See
that.
that video?
Yeah,
It's
that was
so
a
cringy.
weird one.
His dad's a weirdo.
Yeah, but Logan, like, I feel like people generally lump them both together. But like when
They shouldn't be.
Yeah, when I was on Vine, there was a clear distinction between
You were on
Logan and
Vine.
Jake.
You made Vines.
I made like low qual Vines, and they're
I
not
had
even
a few.
available anymore because the platform shut down. But like, I used to watch Logan and Jake, and like Logan always had the good videos.
Logan was
And,
funny
yeah,
on
Logan
Vine.
was funny. I liked him, and like, I think he kind of like not lost his way, but he definitely had to pander to a different audience when he was on YouTube, and I think he kind of like, I don't know. I think he lost track of like what he was trying to do, but I never liked Jake.
I never followed Jake on Vine or anything. I just always like thought Logan was hilarious. Like I remember there was this one Vine, he had like a football helmet on. It was Christmas, and he like busted through his door and like flew down his stairs like it's Christmas. And like I would watch that like weekly. But
Yeah.
I think the content he puts on YouTube like was a lot in the same vein, like the goofy kind of quality that Logan is. I don't think he's a bad guy. I think he's smart for. I mean, they're both kind of smart, but they have good people around them, obviously. But I think Logan lost his way. I think that's a good point that you bring up. Is I think it's because he makes a video every single day.
Yeah,
That's tough.
Yeah, you're literally putting your personality up there.
God. How do we not? Why do we have to bring that up?
Oh my god, it is like the new, like that's the wave of the future though, that internet personality and just like doing crazy shit for the Vine. Like it used to be
Literally.
like do it for the Vine.
That's exactly what's happening, though. That's why I think it was bound to happen at some point that something happened, like the Suicide Forest situation, because he's just looking for that clickbait. He doesn't like just go these places just to like see them. I mean, kind of, but he's going because
To make content.
to make content every single day.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were probably not like hoping, but they were kind of like maybe hoping that they saw some shit in that forest, and they did. And it
That's why they went in
backfired.
there, dude.
Yeah,
With cameras. And
absolutely.
Yeah.
They kind of try to play the angle of like, oh, it's haunted in there, or it's probably spooky. We're gonna get some weird vibes, but
Yeah.
then
And like
that
looking
happened.
back, like I used to do kind of the same shit. Like I would go to Paul Dever, the abandoned mental hospital, and like just because it was spooky and it was like
Yeah,
everyone
test
said it was
yourself.
haunted. Yeah, like like let's go here and like see if we find any cool shit.
like a
And,
dead
like,
cat.
Yeah, and I found not a dead human but a dead cat, and like that was creepy as fuck. But if I found a dead person, I don't think I would have vlogged
Vlogged
it.
It's every day, bro.
That's the difference, though. He went into the Suicide Forest with all his camera equipment to get a picture. You know he went in there. He got a picture of a dead body. Like, I am not fucking dumb.
Something that I found like interesting from that video. I didn't actually watch the full like unedited like graphic version of the video just because I had no interest in it. I was like, I don't need to see that. But I did see like the edited version of like him in the forest with his friends and stuff, and I thought it was interesting how the way Logan responded, which I think he got a lot of backlash on. He kind of like tried to like joke around, but I think that's just like part of his personality, is that he like tries to like joke out of like situations that he might feel uncomfortable. How do you guys respond to situations like that where you're uncomfortable? What's your like natural response?
Humor.
Humor.
100%
Yeah.
It's tough not to because it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You just want it to go away, so you're like, I want to make a joke about this.
That's the thing is like I don't think there would have been nearly the same reaction if he had posted it on like Live Leak. You know, I think it's the platform he chose and the following he had, because he's primarily like a kids channel. Like little kids love Logan Paul and they watch
His
show all the time.
demographic is definitely like 13 and under for the most part.
Exactly, and that's why I feel like that's why people freaked out. Is like, not that he made the video with the dead body in it, but that he posted it on his YouTube channel that mad kids watch, and not only that, but YouTube put it on their like
Promoted
trending
it.
page.
Ugh.
So like it's just like a bad situation all around. Like YouTube's to blame, Jake's to blame. I don't know. At the same time, it's like it's the internet. There's really no restrictions for what can and can't be on the internet. So it's such a weird thing.
He like also fucked up by the fact that he put it in the thumbnail. It was
my
literally in the
God.
thumbnail.
Yeah, he was like just like his face right next. So that means he had to pose like next to the body and pretend.
And you know they
like,
took like a few pictures, like, all right, now look at it, and then like point to it, and then yeah, we'll go through them later. We'll take these high quality pictures with this like poor man that just committed suicide.
Right,
For
kill
real.
yourself, end up on a fucking Logan Paul video, dude.
Forever
That's
a
the
meme.
last place you'd want to be.
Oh God, yeah. Fuck.
I love YouTube though. YouTube's
God, I
still
love
great.
YouTube.
They're as a company, they have a lot of work to do, but at the same time, like there's so many people. There's so much content coming in. There's like some crazy stat about how many hours of footage is uploaded a day. Like ridiculous amounts.
How can you sift through that?
Yeah, exactly. They just need a better system for that. But I'm not the one to
Exactly.
figure that out.
And we're looking at only the bad side. Like, there's so many good content creators, like, dude, like Casey Neistat and Peter McKinnon. I love those guys' videos.
Yeah.
They have such good content.
Casey's a genius.
He is. Dude.
He's great.
He's so good.
Did you see his like Mavic Air? What's it called?
Review. Comprehensive review. That's what he always calls them. Like the brand new one.
Yeah.
No.
It's really well done. I showed Brett, and like
It's
just
like
his
artsy
cuts and his
review.
edits. Like it, yeah, it's a review.
Oh, his
but,
editing style is
he
amazing.
does it so well. And
He's
then
just like
Buchanan.
he's a titan in the industry right now. Just whatever like vein he goes in, people follow. He's
Yeah.
sponsored by Samsung, so
Wow.
the Golden
Just
Boy
saying.
YouTube. Yeah, he loves his like. The thing that's so weird is he has so much of everything.
oh
Like,
my
he
god, you
has-
see his studio, it's like DSLR wall.
Yeah.
You see everything.
He's got like every toy that the three of us could like ever imagine
Ever
wanting.
want.
He's like, yeah, I've got the Mavic Air, but like, I don't know. I used to carry around the Pro. I still have the Phantom Obsidian, like the this, the that. He's got like the GoPro camera. He's got like, the dude has like 10 drones.
I like his philosophy on like the things he does have, though. I mean, granted, he is wealthy. He sold. Did you see the whole thing with like him
man.
Yeah, I
stepping
saw
back
that.
from Beam and everything? Like he
Yeah.
sold it. Oh, he sold it originally, but now he's like stepping away. But a philosophy he had was like, granted that he does have a lot of money. He's like, yeah, like I have all these cameras and I have these laptops and stuff, but like I use them as a tool. So like I'm not too worried when they get like broken, because as soon as you stop seeing this as like a tool to create, or like I guess create would be the right word, then like you lose something. Because if you're like so worried about like your precious little camera getting broken by doing something, you might like not get that shot, or you might not be able to
True.
make something as well. And I've tried to like adapt that to like, all right, yeah, let me just get out there and like get in the dirt and like really like get this shot. I mean, obviously I'm a college kid with like a very minimal bank account, so if I do break my camera or my laptop or something, it's detrimental. But just putting yourself in that mindset, I
Yeah.
feel like I definitely look up to him for that.
Yeah, I try to be the same way and not like baby my things. But sometimes I go too far with it, like having the no case lifestyle.
Oh,
Same.
scary. I literally just have the little leather covering, just some animal skin between.
When I do have a cover, it's something small like that, because I can't have a big bulky case like those big. What are those?
I
small
had an
boxes?
OtterBox,
Yeah,
dude.
the OtterBox. That's what I started with when I first got a smartphone. I was like, I need this. Needs to be
Yeah.
safe. But
I
now,
have
like
that
senior year, it's just nothing.
Dude, I remember before I ever had an iPhone, my friend John had an iPhone and he had the LifeProof case, and I was like, oh, that's a sick case. Like, you're not worried about breaking it or anything. He was like, he just picked it up and hucked it across the. We were in a Dunkin' Donuts and he like hucked it at the floor, like across the room. It went across the store, like the little dining area, and hit the wall. And he was like, it's good.
Jesus
I was
Christ.
like, oh shit, I
reckless.
need that case.
I was in T-Mobile, and one of the sales reps showed me this Android, and it's literally in. You can't smash it. He jumped up on like a linoleum floor and spiked it into the ground, and he picked it up, and it was totally
No case?
fine. Nothing, dude.
Just naked phone to the ground.
That's the phone I need.
He had
For
my
real.
dad sold. He's like, that is exactly what I need.
It's those demonstrations that catches you. Like, I remember I was in like some smoke shop, and some guy's like, yeah, this is a great piece of glass, because you can just go like this, and just drops it on the floor, bounces.
No
It's like,
way.
It's like, yeah, that sold me. Like, I kind of want that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to put yourself out there and like make that sale. However, have you seen the guy that like completely failed at trying to do that? The one
Oh,
with, like,
the bong. You showed that to me. He wraps it in like gift wrap.
Yeah, he was like, now this thing will never break. He like smashes it on the ground, it like stays, and he's like, it has a heat threshold where it withstands like this much heat, and he like wrapped it in paper and like doused it in lighter fluid and like lit it on fire. And he like, it was flaming, and he went to like kick it over, and the whole thing just collapsed and like into this melted puddle, and he was like, shut the camera off.
He's like, cut it.
Dude, one
God damn
time
it.
I was buying a new bowl for my bong, and the guy had all of the glass bowls in this like plastic, I don't know what you call it, like a little tiny shelf, like a cubby thing. And the guy was on the phone, and he like pulled it out in the worst manner. And like he gave it to me, and then like he was being sketchy with him. I was like, there's actually none in this one that I want. And then he picked it up to put it back, and as he was standing, the thing he was holding just snapped. And all the glass in it just was like smash, 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 all over the ground. And he just like looked at me, and I was like, "I'm sorry,
Man,
I was
that
like,
wasn't me.
That was all you, my friend." Oh, it was so awkward. And then I left without buying anything.
Oh, I would have felt like I had to buy something at that point.
Did he even say anything? Was he like, like?
I was like, I helped him pick up the glass, but like. Other than that,
God.
that's all I got
I'd just
for
be
you.
like, I'll take some rolling papers.
Yeah, right.
I'll be on my way.
I get a piece of gum, 15 cent.
Pay with 100. Fuck.
You guys
Make
got
him
any
snap.
stickers?
Have you guys ever been cashiers?
Yeah.
Yes, for a little
Early
bit.
in the morning, some fucking goober comes in with like 100. You have like 520s in the, not even 520s in the register. You're like, dude, I can't.
And then those are the ones that get pissed. They're like, "What do you mean? It's money."
Like, it's all I got, man. I need it. I need my 15
Yeah,
cent
those
gum.
assholes. It's all I got. Only carry hundreds.
Yeah, exactly. Like no card in there, man.
Where were you a cashier, Drew? You were
Walgreens.
Oh, I was gonna say CVS. Walgreens.
Greenies, baby.
When was that? High school?
Yeah, it was junior. I think it was like the summer going from junior to senior year, or like right after, and I hated it.
Were you just a cashier?
I started as a cashier, and then I went to photo center, and I did like,
Ooh,
yeah,
there you go.
dude,
Oh, I bet you saw some weird shit.
so many nudes. I can't believe that people like take nudes on disposable
Disposable
and
cameras.
go to Walgreens to get them developed. It blows my.
And the
fucking
people that
mind.
do that are not good people that you're trying to see.
True.
They're always like super old.
Yeah.
Like,
Ew.
I'm like waiting for the machine to come, and like literally the one time this lady was standing there like at the thing. She was like, "Hi, I'm here to pick up my pictures." I was like, "Oh, they're just coming out now." And I like go back to the thing, and
no.
I'm like waiting, and they come out one by one. So I'm just like standing there, and like she's over behind the counter, or I mean she's in front of the counter. I'm behind, and I'm just like waiting by the machine. Dude, they're all coming out. And at first it's just like it was around Christmas time, so there was like a Christmas tree, there was like some presents, there was like a teddy bear, and then it was just her like standing like full nude like against a wall, and like someone else had taken it, and then they just kept coming out. There were like 6 of them, and I looked back. And
Like, Merry Christmas.
And the next guy just like shoved them all into the envelope. I was like, "Here you go."
Oh my god.
Zero chance you looked at her in the eye.
Oh, absolutely.
There you go,
not, dude.
ma'am.
I was like a young impressionable boy.
You look great naked.
I just like pocket one of them.
That would be amazing.
Blow it up on the wall in Walgreens.
I'm just like, so you want this one on like you want this one on 11 by 17 or something? Oh my god.
Happy holidays.
What do you guys think of like digital versus hard copies of pictures? Because a lot of people think like it's
You
not the
already
same.
know.
I know how. Yeah, Drew's like digital. Why would I have anything other than digital? But like that is nice to hang one on your wall and stuff like that.
I like maintaining like a digital database and then being able to output to physical like if I have to.
Of course. I
But
mean,
like the days of like a photo album are completely gone to me.
Gone,
Like,
dude.
Why would you
yeah, a
make-
full
It's
photo album.
archaic.
There's something to be said for having physical copies of something you've made or taken, but like flipping through books and books. Like my mom has like stacks of photo
Oh, yeah.
albums. I mean, they're great to look through, but like I'd much rather press a button and just keep
Be able to
sifting through
search
them.
it by name.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like 2018.
If they're named though.
Dude, like
True.
every photo album of my grandmother's, my mother's, like my whole family combined, I probably have more general pictures just laying around on my phone than like all of those books combined,
Absolutely.
which is insane.
Data is so hard to keep track of though, and like
Yeah.
keeps truly
Absolutely.
safe.
I'm so bad with data management. That's
Me
the
too.
thing. Like I just have my folders are like a mess. Like I'm just like, all right, dump everything into this one like I'll just
One hard
scroll through
drive.
it to find it if I have to.
Dude, I looked through one of the podcast folders and there was files like behind other files in there. Like they were all just literally thrown
Good
in.
save.
I was like, I actually can't get to that file, and I had to like swap to the list mode.
But when you do organize, you're like, my life is in order. Like
Yeah.
we're
Down to the
good.
very bottom.
And everything is where you need it to be, but that rarely happens. Like,
It's hard to keep it up. It's easy
oh yeah,
to like
within
set
a month
straight
it could just
and
be
then-
a shit show once
Yep.
again so easily.
Yeah, I'm such a hoarder of like just files and shit on my computer. Dude, most of the time, I'll go through these like 4-year periods where when I get a new computer, I'll just like take everything from the old computer and like take the good shit out and put that on the new one, and then just make like a massive zip folder of everything on the old computer and fucking throw it on a hard drive. And I'm like, well, if I ever need anything, it's somewhere in there.
It's that weird hoarding mentality of like, I don't want to get rid of this, but like I totally could not need it or look at it for the next 5 years. But it's like, oh, I don't want to delete that just in case.
Yeah, because go on.
Do you know what I hoard is tabs online? like I'll look back there eventually.
At any given point, like if you look at any of our computers, it's like 37 tabs.
Yeah, dude, literally.
Dude, and then your computer like restarts or something, and they're all gone, and you're like, I have a new lease online.
You're like, oh, thank God, I couldn't do it.
Because you're always like, I'm gonna go back to this.
I will eventually.
Mm-hmm.
I won't.
Yeah, like most of the time you don't. Sometimes you do, and then it's just like those every so often times you actually do that reinforces that idea that you're gonna.
It's so funny, like seeing a video that you loved years ago, like finding an old bookmark or something like that.
Hell yeah. There's always that one tab that's like, it's the first tab because it's been there the longest, that literally, I had one there sit for 2 months. This is like, I'll read that article eventually.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
not today.
Mine are usually like YouTube videos.
Oh yeah, so many YouTube links. I have like anywhere from like 2 to 7 Joe Rogan podcasts open at a time.
I usually just pin the one I'm listening to the corner, and then I can just like keep the others.
I've been slacking on Joe recently.
Same here.
Same.
I haven't listened to a lot at all. I haven't like I'm still subscribed and I see all the new ones come up, but I haven't seen any like guests that grab my attention. You know, like I'm waiting for another like Bert, Ari, and Tom.
Dude, you should see on the one on his MMA podcast. I believe it was episode 7. I forget the guy's name, but he's wearing a green spandex shirt, and he's the one who brought leg locks back to jiu-jitsu. Like before, it used to be like everyone was against it, and then he's like, "Why would you ignore 50% of the human body?"
You're doing jiu-jitsu, right?
I was until I did the backflip, and then I screwed up my neck, and it's still not perfect. So I'm afraid to let people try to choke me.
You botched a backflip?
Yeah.
When?
At the end of the summer.
Oh,
it was the end of October, actually. It was dude, it's pretty bad. Want to see something weird? Now when I swallow, only the left side of my neck swallows.
What? You landed on your neck?
Yeah.
Or like on your head?
Yeah, I landed with my head extended.
Scorpioned?
Yeah.
Show them the video.
Jesus.
Here you guys go while I do it. We can put the video in the.
Yeah, we can link it, dude.
True.
Oh, so you've just been cautious on going back to martial arts since?
Yeah, I'm afraid. Like it hurts when I look up. That's when I get pain.
Did you go to like a chiropractor or something?
I got an
Get
MRI
yourself
and the
checked
lady
out?
was like, PT. I
That's
showed her that and
always
she
the
was
answer.
like totally unrelated. I was like,
I doubt it.
like that. I don't think that's just been fucking happening.
I bet you were getting into that though, jiu-jitsu. Like,
Oh, it's so
when you
fun,
jump
dude.
on
Got
something, you go in full force.
Yeah. I remember before Brett did jiu-jitsu, him and I had like we were wrestling in Wagon, and I had like just managed to tap him. And immediately, like the first time you started jiu-jitsu, I couldn't tap you. You were like unstoppable.
You just learn that it's not a sprint, that you have to keep calm and don't force moves so hard. And you just know where you're going. Like literally, you just know what move is your end goal.
Yeah.
So you're like, you have something to aim for instead of just like just wrestling.
You're working through the other person's movements.
Ready?
This is Brett doing a backflip on a beach.
So I did the first one. So I landed and I was like, oh, dude, got this shit. Easy mode, let's go. And then I tried to throw in right away. Oof. I was so stunned. I was like, oh. I was right about to go for a swim. It was cold, too.
Damn.
I had sand all on my face and my mouth.
They're totally just like rocky. You're just like,
I was so
what's
out of it,
good?
dude.
Yeah, that's a rough one. I'd do that not the same exact thing, but the same type of thing happened to me at the end of the summer. I'd like really let my backflip game go down the drain near the end, and I did this like one intense workout before school started again, and I was just like nailing backflips over and over again. I was at the point where I could just like do them over and over. I would do like 5 a session, and I just like kept going. I was like, I'm gonna tire myself out, and I got way too cocky and landed the shittiest backflip ever. And I'd like just managed to land like on my knees, and I was like, that was a shitty one. Let me try again. and I went again, and I landed right on my head, and it like scared the fuck out of me. I was like, well, that's it for today. And then it like completely threw off my confidence in doing backflips, and I haven't landed one since then.
I haven't done one since either.
So we need to get, dude, as soon as the weather gets nice again, let's go back to the track, practice on the mats, and get our backflips down again.
I feel like it could go the other way too. Like I will never half-ass a backflip ever again.
No.
I am going full tilt every time now.
You just overextend.
Double backflip.
Double backflip by accident.
Double backflip onto your neck.
Doing like acrobatics like that is so much of a mental thing. I've found like I used to be a huge fan of like going to Sky Zone with my friends back in the day, and just like trampolines in general. Like my friend Johnny got a trampoline like from the town dump, and just like we set it up and just tooled on that thing all day after school. But like before I could do anything, learning how to backflip, it was so difficult because you just need to get your mind there before anything. Like the physical aspect, if you're in like halfway decent shape, you can get there, but it's just getting your mind to actually go around to doing that. That's the hard part.
It's so weird to rotate, like put your hips over your head and just rotate into the unknown.
Yeah. It's crazy. That's what my dad always said, is that like working out is just completely mental. Like, of course it's physical, but like it really doesn't have as much to do with your body as it does your mind. And just like having the motivation to be like, no, I can keep going when your body's telling you like, no, take a break, I'm tired.
Dude,
Or
one
like,
thing,
don't do it today. Don't work out today. Like, just
that's just it. One thing Jocko said in his book is you have to use emotion and logic. When logic fails, you have to use emotion. When you can talk yourself out of it, you have to get pumped and be like, you know what? No, fuck it. Like, I'm a beast.
Yeah.
Let's go. But then when that emotion's not there and you're like, oh, I don't want to work. It's like sheer logic. It's like, I have no choice right now but to work out. And when you have the
when
tools
you
to drive
harness
you forward.
those, like you're unstoppable. You'll just go. It won't. It's not even like a decision anymore. It's just, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do whatever it is that I need to do.
Dude, do you know what I was watching a video on YouTube? Totally different topic, but this guy was talking about how in the book Born to Run, they talk about this tribe of Mexican it's a traditional Mexican tribe, the Tarahumara, and they wear these big flowy shirts when they run. They're like super loose, and he's like, he's like, I think they have it right. Like, why is all our running and athletic gear now like so tight? So he bought a bunch of Hawaiian shirts. Like wicked loose, like button up Hawaiian shirts. He's like, it's all I run in now, dude. It's like the best thing ever.
Oh, true, dude.
I want one.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's just like like a confidence thing. People are like, my muscles are showing. Like they like to have the very slim. I don't know. I'm a fan of it too. Like it's nice. I feel like it looks nice, but at the same time, you're not trying to look nice when you're working out. You're trying to be comfortable. And sometimes that like tight, like skin tight clothing is just not comfortable.
Oh, people love it, especially the ones on the legs. You only need that if you're in real cold shit, dude.
Yeah.
True. You want that, like the ability for it to, I don't know, not breathe, but
It's like huge compression shorts. Compression shorts, I don't know. I love them, but I also don't love them. I also don't like being so compressed.
I've never put on a pair of compression shorts.
Makes
Really?
you feel like streamlined, like you're just
Yeah,
like,
dude. You're like, I'm like a
I'm a
unisex
hairless
human.
ape, like speed demon.
Genderless.
That's what we're all shooting for. Athletics.
For real. You want to take a quick break?
Yeah, let's do it, my friend.
It was like some review for like the BSU PD that the BSU like PD tweeted out. They're like, hey, give us like a review. And like I was gonna send it to you, but like I didn't click through all the fucking links.
You can review BSU PD.
There was like some community thing that they were asking for feedback on.
You just send one letter, F.
F minus.
You get it, F.
Oh my god. I would be so happy if I had never had another encounter with most of them for the rest of my college experience.
Same.
I luckily have not like had a run-in with them at all. I've never been pulled over like around campus.
You're lucky.
It's like a miracle if you think about it. My red car, like what the fuck, like
Yeah, true. They would think that you'd think that they'd be all over that.
I drive mad reckless on campus too, like going straight onto Burl, like instead of taking that right from if you're leaving campus, I do that like 9 times out of 10.
Dude, I used to all the time. I got caught doing it twice.
Really?
Twice, dude.
Where were they? Were they up front or like?
The first time, one of them had like, it was the middle of the night, so like you couldn't see anything. All you could see was like headlights.
It's
like,
risky when you're doing it at
Some
night.
car had like just pulled down, like taken that right as I had done it, and I was like, ooh, like I hope they didn't see that. And I'm just like driving on, and like as I get closer, I'm just like, that's a Ford Explorer. And like as I get closer, I'm like, that's a cop, and he just like pulls right diagonal in front of me, so I couldn't go.
Oh.
And I was like, ooh.
Damn.
Dude, and then he just like he backed up and like went next to me, and so he didn't get out or anything. He just like rolled his window down. I rolled mine. He was like, "Don't ever fucking do that again." He was like, "You're lucky I have a prisoner in the back. Otherwise, I'd write you a fat ticket."
Oh.
I was like, "My apologies, sir. Will not happen again."
My man
like,
used the words prisoner.
Yeah, he said. I specifically remember because he said prisoner.
Whoa.
Jesus.
Like,
Take it easy, man.
That's like a weird term to throw around.
Prisoner.
Like some drunk college kid.
This kid's like, what's going on? Why'd the car stop?
You going, Dad?
Shut up, prisoner.
Quiet.
Silence.
I just picture like someone in like a medieval dungeon wearing like rags and there's like rats scurrying around.
Like
that's what I
chainmail
picture.
on, like
Yeah.
tattered chainmail.
Like a prisoner.
Like tied to the wall.
What was the other time?
The other time I think he was hiding behind like Burl office complex, or he was like just pulling out somewhere else as I did it.
Oh, okay.
Because I looked around, dude, and I didn't see anyone anywhere.
I take a peek. I quick look down like to the right. They're usually not there, but if they are,
Yeah.
they're like way deep in the parking lot.
Yeah.
So then you can like definitely make it, before they could. But luckily, there's never been a one on like parked on Burl. He was like coming down Burl, driving on the other side.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, that was the first one. The second one, he just like came up right behind me afterwards. But I probably won't ever do it again, just because like I've been warned twice about it now. So like,
Yeah. Why don't you get a new car?
once I get a new car, once
You're
it's
one
a
of
Ford
them.
Explorer.
You're one of them. Oh.
Like, good move. Good driving.
He just rolls the window down. And he's like, "My dude."
Nice driving, officer.
Oh,
Yeah, you're
man.
wearing your cop costume for Halloween.
Oh.
I feel like that's borderline. Like if you're a cop for Halloween, but you also drive a Ford Explorer, like that, you're right on the edge. Dude.
Once you have that car, you could take the most troll pictures.
Oh.
With your cop costume.
Just like pulled behind Brett's car.
With a picture of the Grateful Dead sticker.
We just have smoke bellowing out of the windows.
Both of us.
Yeah.
Oh, we could actually take like good pictures and use that as like a prop, or like
True.
any of the videos we do. Because if I get a Ford Explorer, dude, I'm
Whoa.
getting a push bumper for it, like tint it black.
Oh my god. Dude.
Thumbnails for the podcast.
Dude, that'd be perfect. That would be absolutely perfect.
Like
Yeah, I could
like
do it.
content cop, iDubbbz.
Yeah, dude.
Like some of that.
Dude, we could get serious about making these.
Cop video.
Yo, you could 100% make hilarious little skits. Like,
Yeah,
with all of
dude.
us, we could do
Oh
that.
my god.
Dude, we 100%
Promo for the
want to
promo
make
for the
that.
podcast. Make an Instagram for it. Put it on Instagram. Like, yo, new link to the YouTube podcast is in the bio. Make a funny skit to get people's attention.
Dude, we could actually start
That'd be the
doing that,
move.
like pretty frequently.
I'll help.
Dude,
I'm
we
down
need a
for it.
ton more cop uniforms. So we can just use bodies. We're like, we need to get
I
3
have one.
people
I was-
here to
I
help.
was a cop
We
a
need
few years ago.
60 cops.
Like I just want officers to like throw at problems. We could just film them.
Oh my god, we could do like a major oh, should have had the mute on. We could do like a major compilation of like all of them. Like do big skits and small skits.
The random factor from filming so much.
Dude, true. What do you think cops actually feel about people driving decommissioned cruisers?
I wonder. Good question.
Because like I feel like some of them probably just they actually like it. They're like, yeah, it's a good car, so it's normal. But I feel like I don't know. I feel like a lot of them would be like kind of. They might just think you're even sketchier because like, what the fuck is that guy up to? Like
True.
driving around in a Ford Explorer with the same push bumper as us.
Semi like
And-
protected because of that.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's weird.
Armored vehicle. Like
It is
3 inch of steel
Just put like bulletproof glass in it.
on the bottom, bomb proof.
Dude, you could actually make like a pretty tactical vehicle out of a Ford Explorer.
Killdozer.
Like, I'm thinking more like utility wise.
Have you ever seen that video?
What? What is it?
Killdozer.
Mm-mm.
The guy like welds, I think it's 3 inches of steel around a bulldozer on all sides, and he just like goes on a rampage and destroys a whole town. Like he destroys like the town hall, the mayor's house, like all these businesses
Jesus.
who wronged him. And there's literally like the cops just couldn't
This is
shoot at
real?
it. Yeah, dude.
This happened.
Yeah, and then eventually he got stuck and like he just shot himself inside the.
Oh my god.
Damn.
You
That
guys
sounds
never
like-
seen Killdozer?
No, dude. Let's watch it.
Let's watch Killdozer.
That sounds like a mission out of like Grand Theft Auto. Killdozer.
Fun
Is it
fact:
on,
my
like,
first
Live
car
Leak?
ever was a Ford Explorer, 1998.
Really?
Yeah. It was old and
98,
blue.
dude.
Dude, thing was a tank. I drove that
Oh,
to
yeah.
high school.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, the one drawback is I won't be able to buy a stick shift, and I'm actually really salty about that.
100%.
It has one of these shifters, right? Like right here, next to the wheel. Probably.
The normal ones just have like a center one, but the
Really?
cop ones have a column shifter. Only
So
the top
yours,
ones.
if you choose to buy one from that guy, yeah.
Exactly.
No, dude,
There
you
you
gotta
go.
watch a video on YouTube.
Yeah, I was just looking at his face.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
was like,
him.
this is the guy.
Who is this?
The
That
Killdozer
is
guy.
the Killdozer operator.
Marvin?
the Killdozer operator.
Marvin Heemeyer? Is that how you say it?
Yep. Hey mate. Hey mate.
It looked like moments ago. This is tape. This is when we first arrived.
Dude, he
on scene.
literally
It looked like officers standing on a hill above this earth mover turned tank were firing
What?
some pretty heavy arms at him, trying to find a weak spot, trying to find some.
He has
way
machine
to
guns
Wait,
in
he
it too.
mobilize this
It's
man
totally
who's
sealed. He has
now
video
He
cameras.
sealed himself in there.
Independent propane
Is he in there? Like,
Yeah,
is
he's
he-
in there.
He's protected.
Where did this happen?
I don't know. Granby.
Looked like that's what he was thinking about, and then he took off and headed into the
Dude, ready? He's
downtown
about to
area again. Now,
knock
the
this
same
house.
photographer David Gregg is going to
Oh
fast
my
forward some of the
God.
video
This is
and
like battle
just a
bots.
little bit of
Yeah.
some of the crazy things that this man has done over the course of the past hour and a half. And
He just rampages.
Last check when we were last over Granby about 15 minutes ago, he had
How long
been
is this
stuck
video?
inside
This
the
is 10
back
minutes. Let
end
me
of
find a
the
Just
better
skip a
one.
little ahead.
store.
All right, yeah.
Apparently taken out his own radiator. Questions that we'd like to pass along. Those are the propane tanks. So people going to end up next to the very worst buildings as through the lithium.
Oh, he's headed somewhere, dude. Oh, this guy tries to be a hero, dude.
Not pierce it. This was an earth-scratching
Never be the
Why
hero,
is there so
man.
much concrete on top of
Because he
it?
crashes through buildings already.
Oh my god.
I want to see that.
Yeah, maybe try to find another one, dude. You're right. This is like an actual news.
How
Yeah.
long do you think this guy planned this?
Oh, I need to like read about this real quick. I need to see when and where.
Yeah,
this
let's get the
happened.
let's get the
2000
wiki
TLDR.
article about it.
2004, where? Dude, this is one of Mike Koleski's favorite videos.
Granby, Colorado, the Killdozer.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Mike.
There's one like narrated.
I wish I knew which one. Let me go on YouTube and actually see which ones are the better ones.
Dude, he has 2 machine guns that he like one little like I don't know how he
They were
operates
mounted?
from inside. Yeah, and he like
I don't know how I never heard of this.
That's what I'm saying. How is this not on like every news station ever? What? Wait, when did this happen? What year?
2004.
this was the
Oh,
second
shit.
9/11, dude.
How many people died?
The second
from him?
coming.
Or did
I
anyone?
have no idea.
Killdozer 1974 best quote. Hour long.
They make a movie out of it.
Ooh. Here's a good one.
This is it, I think. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, this is it.
The bulldozer went crazy.
Just received a 911 call reporting that there is an out-of-control bulldozer.
It's the brainchild of an angry man with a grudge against a lot of local people and businesses.
They can't tell who's driving it, but there is
Jesus, that thing's bellowing.
Inside this armor-plated bulldozer is Marv Heemeyer.
Sup, Marv?
As
It's
horrified
like an
as
Eric
all
Andre
people
skit.
were,
Sup, Marv?
he terrorized buildings and vehicles one after another.
Oh my god.
And he's ready to take on sheriff's deputies or
The cops are just shooting at it.
Dude, these are like southern cops that are just like,
Shoot at it!
Get the shotguns.
Shoot at it!
A lot of time inside a secret workshop.
he just broke out. He didn't even open the door. He was like, it's ready.
Oh my god.
Of half-inch steel
That's sick, dude.
Look at that. Oh my god.
On this day, he seals himself in and takes off on a violent ride. Inside his cockpit, 2 assault rifles, lots of ammo,
He
and
taped
video
them.
monitor to help him see where he's going.
Oh my god.
Damn.
A bank, a hardware store, a concrete factory,
Oh,
Damn.
even the town hall, and especially the police department.
Oh my god.
The one thing all of those places have in common, Heemeyer feels he has been wronged by these businesses or the people who own them.
Let me find more good footage, then we'll stop.
To the car on the armor and industrial fleet
this is the guy who tries to be
Yeah.
a hero.
I wish they had like
to its next target.
higher. I wish this happened more recently.
Look
so
at dude,
there was,
he's literally
better
like
Narrow opportunity.
taking the
Motor
fucking.
truck to block the dozer.
Oh no, this guy's
he-
coming back, dude.
Did
It's
he-
like a
is he the hero?
battle of the
Hurries to
bulldozers.
safety.
I would not be
He's
going
like,
in a building.
It's like,
Heemeyer pushes his creation to the limit. The bulldozer grinds to a halt under the rubble of a steel building. Its engine
Oh, he played
has
himself.
called it quits. As authorities try to get into the cab of his homemade tank, Marv Heemeyer takes his own life. It takes officers several hours and a cutting torch to finally get inside the cab. None of the townspeople are hurt. But
He
the price
didn't
tag
hurt
on
a
this
person.
rampage
damn.
is $7 million.
Dude, he must have welded himself into it.
I don't think you could do that.
True. How the hell do you get in there then?
He must have like had this fucking
Probably like
giant
a
latch
big
inside or
padlock
something.
door or
True,
something.
true.
That's crazy. He just like welds himself in. He's like, time to go.
It's like, what do I do with this welder now? He's like, I'm still plugged
Dragged
in.
behind a welder. Dude, my favorite part of that whole thing is when they showed his workshop. And it was like,
Little hole.
like he literally finished his creation, got in, and drove straight through the wall of his garage. Like
That just showed you how done he was. He
Yeah, he
knew
was like,
exactly
"Ain't
what he was
coming
done.
back."
Yep.
That's a crazy mindset to be in. That,
Right,
like,
dude.
You preemptively do all of that.
dude, that's like the ultimate public freak out.
You have snapped.
Snapped. You fully snapped. You snapped a long time before that.
Plotted that shit. How long that thing must have taken to build and to order everything.
Where do you think he was when he like came up with that like brainchild of like a bulldozer with like
He might have not
everything
snapped yet.
around
He
it?
might have just been like, I haven't snapped yet, but I am most certainly going to soon. So like, I better be prepared.
I'll just prepare this
I gotta
thing
make sure that when
for
I
that
snap,
day.
I do it right.
Dude, he must have had to liquidate some finances to buy a bulldozer and all that steel plating.
Maybe he was already a construction worker or something. And
True.
he just like snagged
Yeah,
that.
he had some experience to like, be
Yeah,
able to
true,
do that.
true. He had some demolition experience.
My dude
That guy
put
wasn't.
TVs
That guy
in
wasn't
there.
an accountant. Like, he
Right?
did
They were like,
something.
he did that while it was still low tech too. Like,
Yeah, it was 2004. He was using like bulb TVs.
yeah, like fatbacks.
he didn't have access to one LCD screen.
It's impressive that he got that all to like hook up though with cameras and stuff
Exactly.
in 2004.
Yeah, very true. I wonder what.
Smart motherfucker.
How do you think that like quality was on the screen on the inside? It had to have been shit.
Oh, it must
good,
have been
good
terrible.
enough to ram through the police station?
True. I can't believe that. What pressures do we put on people that like cause them to go that far?
Like, look at the people. It was police station, some hardware store, the town hall, a mayor's house.
I feel like you
With all
don't
people
see
in power.
you don't see that level of like somebody completely losing it in anywhere but like the United States. Probably
True,
China,
man.
to be honest, to go back to the Logan Paul thing, but
True. Very true. Yeah.
like the
Suicide
pressures on
nets.
people, yeah. So
South
that was
Korea.
basically a death sentence what he just did.
Dude, it's funny. In North Korea, if you escape to China, they send you back.
You know what's interesting? Totally like switching, but the Olympics.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
It's going to be an interesting one.
It's already really awkward.
Oh yeah.
Like just them communicating.
Dude, all the stuff that came out about the Olympic doctor with
Larry Nassar.
I didn't see it.
Oh, you didn't hear about that?
No.
It's fucked.
The like head
USA
not
Gymnastics.
coach, but like physician,
Officially
like doctor for the entire USA Gymnastics team was like turned out to be like a fucking child molester.
Oh
He
no.
was like
was,
manipulating all these girls like in
Yeah.
the gymnastics program. Like a bunch of them are like famous now. Like
He had like
Olympic
hundreds
gold
of
medal.
victims.
Oh my
throughout the
God.
years. And like
Jesus.
he just got sentenced to like 175 years in
Yeah.
prison.
Ooh.
The judge was savage.
Yeah,
She
was a
completely-
boss.
Yeah, she was a boss, dude. He filed that he wanted to like delay the hearing because he thought that it might be too much for his emotional state or something.
Cause emotional distress.
Yeah, he didn't want to cause himself emotional distress.
Let's go. That's,
And like
that's cute.
the judge like looked at the paper and she was like, "This is cute," but what did she say? She was like, she said something that was like hilarious, and she was just like, "This like isn't worth the paper it's printed on,"
Yeah.
and just like trashed it.
Just throw it literally.
And then she
Hell
was like,
yeah.
stand.
she was like, "They gave you 60 years already, and like added on another 40, so I'm gonna add like another." She had like a crazy more amount. She was like, "I'm gonna make sure that you never get out of there." Like she basically buried him in there.
Hell yeah.
So it was honestly pretty cool. Like they had the camera on him the whole time, and he was just like he knew he was done.
Good.
He's just a stupid, sad, broken old man.
Was he old?
Not really. He was like, he must have been like what?
If I had to guess, like 60 maybe.
Really, I was thinking 50.
50
I don't know.
is like, I don't.
Gymnastics guy. He might have been pretty healthy. So.
Dude, was that what you were talking about, or were you talking about South Korea, North Korea?
I'm talking about
together?
like the new, just like this upcoming Olympics, how interesting it's going to be with just like North Korea being right down the street. essentially.
Yeah, dude, true. Dude,
Like the Olympics are a big fucking time. Like huge.
Oh, yeah.
It's literally like the biggest global event that happens. All these like nations just put their best
the only
physical athletes.
I wonder if that or the World Cup is bigger.
I think the World Cup is still bigger, but the Olympics are huge.
It's funny.
I think collective viewership over all the events in the Olympics probably topple like
Yeah,
the
true.
World Cup is one viewing. But the World Cup's massive too.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it's weird how the only thing that people from different nations can get together to do is competition.
Competition, man.
The only thing that brings North
Primal.
Korea and us in the same proximity, for anything, is competition.
Dude, this is a nerdy addition to that, but I feel like we're subverting the physical aspect of it now and using just tactics in like video games, like League of Legends, all these different on like probably Fortnite or whatever. Like, what if countries start competing in like a digital realm instead of?
I think they definitely are. Not in like the video game way, but just in technology in general. Like whoever is going to be on top in tech is going to be like the leading nation.
They already are
100%.
in like competition. It's just not televised.
True.
Like
True.
like how strong like each country's internet capabilities are. Like we hire like hackers like for the U.S. government just to like work on that shit. So we are in competition essentially.
Dude, what if video games became the biggest sport?
Dude, who knows?
They could.
I think they might.
Or it could even be like a melding of a physical game and a virtual game.
Oh my
Ooh.
Like,
god.
imagine you're, like,
Augmented
actually-
reality in sports, dude. That's going to be the
Oh.
sickest thing.
Dude, you're like
I'm
actually running through like an alien terrain.
You-
And you're like jumping on different shit.
Yeah, you have like crazy jumping abilities, but you actually like feel that.
Dude. No, augmented reality is just like they just add on like visuals to this reality.
No, but like what if they combined it?
Oh, and eventually you could feel it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like essentially feel that feeling, but also like things are created.
Dude, they have that. Remember the VR suit?
The VR suit?
Andrew was telling us about it the other day. It's a suit. I think it's a concept right now, but it's actually functional if they like mass produce them. But it's a suit that you put on, and it's like a virtual reality suit, and like if someone touches you, like you can feel it
Oh
on
my
that. It's like
God.
haptic feedback. So it's like very basic.
You can
But
feel someone
imagine-
put their hand on your shoulder.
Dude.
It's like,
That's what I'm saying. That's where it's probably gonna go.
whoa.
So Brett, you gonna
You're
get
probably
back
gonna
into
be able
video
to-
games?
You're probably gonna
Damn.
be able to put down like a little, like the thing. It's probably gonna be as small as like the thing you keep your AirPods in. Put that, and like a little projection will come out, and it'll like map your body, and then you'll be able to feel it.
Dude,
Remember this day. That's how it's gonna work.
Nate Rocco came up with it here first.
AirPods. We can.
Virtual reality
AirPod VR.
AirPods. I'm talking to the Apple CEO tomorrow.
Like it'll be to the point where they like it maps your body so well that it can, like for some reason.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point we might have like actual chips.
Dude, look at the iPhone 10. It's already mapping your face, like instantly.
Is it? Oh yeah, you can log in with it.
Yeah,
now, right?
it's facial recognition.
Jeez.
It's so fast.
That's crazy.
Does it work with twins? Do you know?
I don't know if it works with twins, but I saw there was one case in China where like someone on like a coworker was able to unlock someone's phone,
Yeah.
and they
You have
gave
to
her,
try it on
they gave her a
Android,
free
Julia.
one.
Tried on my
Are they
sisters.
like really close? They're pretty.
Yeah,
damn
they're identical
similar.
twins. So it
Oh.
might work.
True.
Dude,
It
we'll
might.
have to get an iPhone 10. And as soon as anyone in the group gets an iPhone 10, we'll test it out on them.
Hell
We
yeah,
can make a video on it.
dude.
The notch.
Who?
I
Wait,
don't
who's
like
our
them
twins?
much. Andrew and Julia.
Oh, true.
Who's our twins?
We could get other ones.
Did you
if
mention
don't want.
that?
Yeah,
I just
said
totally
I said
didn't
my
put.
sisters.
Oh, okay. I got like bits and parts of it.
You were like, wait a minute, you have twin sisters. Think this might be a good place to end off?
I think so, my friend.
Alrighty. It's been real. You want to sign off too?
Yeah. Hey guys, I'll catch you around.
See you later.
Hey guys, it's been fun. Nate, thank
Nate,
you, my
thank
friend.
you.
Much
Thanks for
appreciated,
having
buddy.
me, guys. For real.
Dude, long overdue.
Hell yeah.
I see many more of these in the future.
Let's do it.
And I'd say we're out.